Hi, I'm Kate Couden.
And I'm Lauren Lett.
And we are nutrition coaches here at CrossFit Grandview. And we wanted to speak today about high protein diets and why they're most effective in losing body fat and also losing weight with our clients. This is what we feel is most effective based on the results that we've seen with all of our clients. First of all, protein takes more energy to break down than any other macronutrient. So for 100 grams of pure protein, your body will spend 20 to 30 calories breaking that down and digesting it. Whereas carbohydrates, you only spend about 5 to 10 calories digesting carbohydrates and energy. And fat, you spend about 3 calories digesting fat. So just taking in more protein in itself, you'll burn more calories all day long digesting protein. Number two, protein is not your preferred energy source. So when you take in excess protein, yes, you can store it as fat, but you're more likely to store carbohydrates and fat as body fat to use for energy later than protein. The third reason why high protein diets are effective with our clients and losing body fat and weight is that with a high protein diet, you will have more satiety than if you're taking in a high carbohydrate diet or a high fat diet. When we're working with a client that wants to lose body fat or lose weight, we generally do reduce their calories somewhat. So following a higher protein diet is a little bit easier for them to adhere to.
Yeah, thanks, Kate. And I just wanted to address some of the concerns around high protein diets and actually explain why they aren't as harmful as you may have read or had heard before. I think the first one would be that high protein diets might stress out the kidneys. Actually, for perfectly healthy people, your kidneys can tolerate as much protein as you take in. If you have renal failure that's related to diabetes or high blood pressure, then that would be a time in which following a high protein diet isn't safe because your kidneys are compromised. Another concern would be that high protein is linked to cancer. In those studies that may have seen somewhat of a correlation there, they didn't factor in the lifestyles of the populations they were observing. So just from keeping in mind that, it's always about the whole picture. So in those studies, they were only looking at the consumption of meat and not so much the lifestyle factors of their weights, activity, and if they smoked, sleep schedule, stress, things like that. So again, with high protein diets, they are going to be relatively safe. Your body can adapt to the amount of nitrogen and ammonia that will build up, and if you don't pee it out, you end up pooping it out too.
And we all love to poop.
That's true.
Also, to Lauren's point, when we're talking about high protein diets, we're not talking about really high fat pieces of meat that some of these right. Individuals may be taking in. So when they think of high protein, they may be thinking of like ribs or like 80% lean beef. Not that that's terrible, but we factor all of that in when we're doing a nutrition plan for someone. So high protein means higher protein, lower carbs, and lower fat.
That's right.
And our percentages that we determine for those macronutrients are specific to each individual. It is based on the individual's resting metabolic rate, which we do test here in our office, and then also how they're eating now, what their goals are, and what their workout regimen is. We control all of those variables when we're looking at producing a specific result. So generally speaking, high protein would be protein consumption at 40% or more of your total calorie intake, and the rest, the other 60% is divided between carbohydrates and fat. Again, depending on each individual, we don't have a generic formula for everyone.
Yeah, I think that's part of what we love here that we get to do, because we get to work so closely with the individual and really see how the body responds to the type of programming and planning that we do for them.
So we hope that you've enjoyed this first video. We would really like your feedback and what other topics you would like to hear us speak on. So every week or two, we'll be doing a new video. And if you guys would like to hear us talk about something specifically, please let us know. And we'll see you next week.
And Kate is pregnant. She's not fat. Just want to let you know.
That was good.